Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'd firstly like to apologize for the delay and break in which we've taken on YouTube, but we were quite busy over the last week with regard to farm as well as getting the greenhouse sorted for things this week. But this week I thought I'd do something a little bit different, do a bit of a time-lapse video and show you guys in between exactly what we're planting. I didn't think there was a necessity for me to show you exactly what I was doing as we plant, because it's nothing different than what you would have seen before. But I'd like to take you guys on a garden tour just of what we've accomplished over the last 4 weeks, as well as what is growing and how things are performing. Now I'd like to share a YouTube channel over here. It's called California Garden TV, and in my opinion the best YouTube channel with regard to gardening, and I suggest that you guys all like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with his videos as you upload them, because I have and I really enjoy his videos and I'm sure you guys really will too. So let me not keep you guys much longer, let's get straight into the video. So that concludes planting for me, because I've realized that my tomatoes and my spinach aren't quite ready to be planted out just yet. So in the meantime, I'm going to turn you guys around, show you exactly how things have been performing, how all of our vegetables are doing, and I would like you guys to maybe leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know how things have grown in your eyes, if there's anything that you maybe would change. I mean, it's all about sharing knowledge, and I know we learn about gardening every day. So let me not waste your time, let me turn you guys around and you guys can have a look. So first things first, I'm going to start right at the back with my potatoes. And an interesting thing when I was watering is that I've noticed my first shoot over here. And it's not even a shoot that came from these two potatoes. It must have been from one of the ones that I originally planted deep down at the bottom. And I've got the same thing happening over here. And when these eventually outgrow this tire and the plants become tall enough that I'm able to add another tire and fill them with soil, that is when, you know, we will actually add another layer in. Moving on to our strawberries, as always they are performing well, and this morning after the weekend I came in and I saw that we finally got our first ripening strawberry, which is a great sign, although we'll probably only have 1 or 2 strawberries to harvest at each given point. Over here our spinach growing extremely well all across the board, and this is really in a nutrient rich soil, and I did say that from the very beginning in one of my earlier videos that I've just enriched this so much. It's basically a pure compost mix because I want all of that goodness to travel up into the leaves, and I think that will form a healthy base for these spinach plants as they grow. I've got some brinjals over here in the back corner, but they've never been the best performers, I would say. You know, here I'm not sure if they were stunted when they went into the ground, but it's fine. Let's just watch them over the next coming weeks. I have got some other brinjals in seed trays which I'll show you guys just now. Over here, my worm farm, which I'm absolutely loving to bits. I love this thing, and just the amounts of activity that happens in here blows my mind at any given time. So let's just see if I pull off a little bit on the surface here. Can you guys see that our first lot of worms are right underneath the surface over here, and they really are healthy, they really are doing well. They're loving all of the nutrients that we are giving them and the food that they have got, and I think in the next 6 or so months we'll actually have a huge population in here, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to split them and just use them to discard of all of the waste that comes out of here and just turn it into compost rather than have to transport it somewhere else onto the farm. In this container over here I've got the strawberry popcorn corn as well as some beetroot. We've got some touchstone gold and just some ordinary garden beet over here, and these two go well as companion plants, and that's why I planted them just so. This planter box over here hasn't really got anything in it yet. Actually, it doesn't have anything in it yet. It's just got a covering of hay as mulch, so we'll get to those Over here I've got celery, which we planted out into a container very poorly, and instead of splitting these delicate plants, I just thought let's plant them all together. It's survival of the fittest, and we'll see exactly what happens. I've put in my beans. I think these are Blue Lake bush beans, and I'm interested to see what they come out as. The bean itself was white, so quite interested to see that itself. Here we've got some red broccoli and some purple broccoli, as well as nasturtiums and cucumber. Now I'm sure you can see since the previous videos, if you've been following the channel, that they have grown substantially even over the last week or so since they've been put in. I wanted to show you guys where it all began was pretty much with this garlic over here, which we transplanted from table scraps. So we did a video on turmeric, garlic and ginger growing from scraps, and I'll add the link in over here if you guys are interested to watch. But it was just an interesting way to save your food scraps, and they really have grown well and performed well since then, and these have been my stars, and I cannot wait to harvest those in about 90 or so days. One of my other videos, the comfrey, it has grown really well, but I put in beans today. I put in a total of 8 beans in this planter box, and what I'll do is I will string all of these up in the next coming weeks, probably in about a week or so from now, and then we will be able to let them run right up to the roof of this greenhouse and run to their full potential. And it also will allow us to kind of pick at our leisure, as well as harvest our comfrey for when we need our comfrey tea. Now this over here we know is a very stinky product, but I really love comfrey tea, and I actually land up keeping it in a spray bottle, and we use it as a spray fertilizer. I do it a lot when plants are fruiting. Over here we've added in some spring onions, carrots, as well as some beetroot. We planted quite a lot of beetroot seed in individual trays for some reason, and because we've had such success with the seed starter mix that we used this year, I've decided to try and plant individually so that we avoid this clumping of seeds. I want to give them the best possible chance of life, but I'll show you when we move to the seed trays exactly what I'm talking about. Now it's always exciting when I come out to the vegetable garden in the morning, always to look at your seed starters and to see if there's any new seeds that have popped out, any new germination. It's always quite an excitement when something does go right. And what I was saying about our success rate at the moment is that if I look at the rocket, I got in, it would have been 10 seeds last week, and all 10 of them have taken. So from here all the way down, they've all taken. Okay, I've got giant sunflower, which is poking his head out over here. Let's see. Okay, Ashley cucumbers, there's a whole row of them, all 6 germinated. So we are seeing quite a high success rate with the seed starter mix that we're using, and that's why I'm sticking to 1 seed per cavity at the moment. So moving down to orange fantasia, canary yellow, those are both varieties of Swiss chard. These are all the heirloom seeds that arrived last week. Some rocket, giant sunflower, eggplants and corn, jalapenos, bananas, sweet peppers, some black delgado beans. You guys can see that I love beans clearly. We've got some lettuce, green zebra tomatoes, Ashley cucumbers and some celery. And then let's move on to the more interesting things which haven't actually popped up yet. So right down here I've got alpine white strawberries, we've got some fresca strawberries, as well as some giant strawberries. And the giant strawberries are the ones that grow up to the size of an apple, and that is probably the most interesting one for me of the lot, and I'm most excited to see those come up. I'm hoping all of them do sprout and do germinate, so let's just hope and pray that that does happen. There's some more Blue Lake bush beans which will go out. Here's all the tomatoes which were in eggshells, which were planted out earlier this morning, as well as some more strawberry corn. And then one of the favorite flowers of the moment are these violas which we managed to pick up. Now these are some, I wouldn't say rare, but more sought after viola colors, and it's just why we thought we'd experiment with some of these and see how they go. And over here, something which I actually started from a fruit that I ate. These are honey melons. So I bought a honey melon and I started all of these from seeds, so they're going so well. I'm just waiting for them to gain a bit more strength, get a bit more root, and then they'll be planted out. So that's pretty much all I can show you guys for today, and it's always great to have you guys follow this journey with us. And I thank you all once again for taking the time to watch our channel, and for those of you who haven't subscribed, please hit that red subscribe button now so that you can keep up to date with all of our videos as they're loaded. From me, Andrew, here at Pro-Gro, we look forward to seeing you all on our next video.